Right guys, welcome back to episode 3, and today we are going to be adding the base colours of the various other colours to Tiberius, not Typhus. And the first stage that we're going to do, the majority colour that is actually going to go on, is going to be of course a Baden Black. So as soon as I can get the lid open into a reasonable position at least, and I don't drop my model, we're actually going to colour in like the skulls, the crevices between the armour plates, details on the chainsword bits, the dots on the rivets on the shin pads as well. So as soon as I get the camera to refocus, there we go. So already I'm quite impressed with this model. I do love it a lot. The stance is absolutely fantastic on him. Very kind of in your face, Blood Angel-esque style. So a massive thank you to Steve for suggesting I use this guy as a captain, or even a Terminator Sergeant if I'm not running a captain in the game. Would be a fantastic idea. So with the bolts on the armor plates here, I'm just being careful to make sure I get both sides of the bolts. I don't want to necessarily go outside of the bolted area. You have to forgive me if the light angles aren't exactly great. I'm still getting used to painting with a daylight bulb, and especially being this far away from the miniature and trying to paint it. My face is actually about 12 to 18 inches away, and I've got the camera between me and the model, so you'll have to forgive me if I move the model away from the camera from time to time. But yeah, these weapons, I'm forgetting what they were called. They do have 2 separate names. It is listed on the Forge World website, but they look absolutely brutal. I mean, chain-fisted lightning claws. Who on earth doesn't want a pair of them? Imagine Dante running around with them. Wow, that would be insane. Right, so there's that part of the leg done. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in between the legs there. Let's have a quick go. There we go, just. And I'm even going to paint the skulls because they'll be getting painted up with bone. And the chain, of course, will be going silver, but black is a fantastic base colour for the bone, and of course the silver as well. So yeah, the method I'm using here is what I use on all of my Blood Angel models. So if you've seen them in person or you've seen them in battle reports, this is exactly how I paint them up. And obviously you can follow once the 12-year-olds outside with motorbikes decide to bugger off. It's very warm tonight actually, which is why my window is open. So I apologise about the background noise. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but I do love the bolts on this armour. Very Horus Heresy feel to it. So on the back here I'm going to be painting the pipe in between the legs. Just going right up into the gap in there. And then I'm going to paint 2 bits on the inside. And the vents in the gap there as well. I think what we'll do is I'll quite fancy this guy to be quite a veteran, so I don't normally weather my marines. I normally like them quite fresh and new looking. I think we'll try some armor chipping and stuff when we get to that point. Right, let's move across to the other leg. The skulls from the other side there as well. The piping I'll probably do mostly silver, but obviously I still want the black base on there. I need to have a closer look at the power fist parts of the lightning claws as well, because I normally paint the power fists on my terminators are normally black, so I think I will paint those up black as well. So there we go. Whilst leaving the chin fist bit red. Oh, just moved them off camera there. It's been a while since I painted the Blood Angel. Actually, I can't even remember the last time I did. So I'm actually quite enjoying this. I really should try and paint up some more of the Blood Angels. Like I said, it has been quite a while since I painted any of them up. And it's not like I don't have enough to paint. I think I've got like 4 tactical squads, Devastator squad, veterans. Still got a few extra pods to paint up as well. Right, I'm just going to bring them a bit closer. Try and get that crest plate done. Remembering to get each of the bolts there as well on the chin plate. And the eye sockets. And the bolts on the top of his head as well. And already you can see that the black really makes this guy stand out quite a lot. And then we'll move on to the bolts at this side. Just making sure, like I said earlier, you get both sides of the bolts. Then we're just moving on to the power fist. Them lightning claws look absolutely formidable. The centre of it there, I don't mind if I go a little bit off, because the claws themselves I'm going to paint blue, so I don't mind if I go ever so slightly out with them there. And then I think we've just got the blades to do on the chain fist bit. Couple of bolts there, and a couple on that shoulder plate there as well. So there we go, that is the black base coat now complete. Now it is. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Let's just get that lamp moved around to a more frontal position. There we go. Right, so the next colour that's going on, I'm going to use Kadian Flesh Tone, and that's going to be for any insignias or anything that's on there. So we'll have a quick look, and actually I've just realised I have missed 2 bolts, so let me just add them on. Oh, actually missed more than 2. There we go, that's them now done. I stand corrected. That is them now done. So Kadian Flesh Tone is what I'm going to use on the insignias that I glued on to the purity seals rather, that I've glued onto his shoulder pad and side panel. Bear in mind this is the base coat, and the way I work is I always go for the second darkest shade of colour first and then darken it, then highlight it up. So it's going to be these here. So it doesn't matter if I get them on the actual seal bit, because we'll be adding the colour for the seal on in a few moments. And for him, that is actually all of the flesh tone that we need. A lot of normal marines do have quite a bit of purity seal and things on them, so you can normally expect quite a bit of that. The next colour that we're going to use is Warpstone Glow, and I do my purity seals green. I know a lot of people do them purple, but yeah, I prefer to do mine green. So this is also the colour that I use for Blood Angel eyes. So let's have a look then. Purity seals are a little bit awkward because of the rounded edge, but as long as you're careful enough, it should be quite easy. To stay within the lines essentially. The same with the ones on the top there. There we go, and then we're going to add the eyes. Now when you saw me with the black, I did fill out the entire eye with the black. What we're going to do is paint about 1/2 to 3/4 of the eye socket in green. I tend to go for the more frontal position. And there we go, so it's still quite dark, but you can see the green in there as well. I have gone over a slight little bit with the black there, so I'll touch that up at some point, but there we go. That is also the green base colour now done. one of the last base colours that we're going to do is we're going to use Altdorf Guard Blue. Let's get that opened up. And I use this as the base for any power swords or lightning claws that I use on the Blood Angels. I also use it for the plasma as well. So again, bearing in mind that this is just the base coat, just paint the entire blade. In the colour. And with this as well, I am going to make sure that I go right to the back up here. Normal lightning claws don't go this far up, so that's why I'm taking a little bit more time at the back there as well. And we're nearly done with the majority of the base coating. And like I said, this is literally just the base coat. This isn't what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is just to get the first layer of paint in the respective colour on. So by the time we finish it, the blue certainly won't look like this at all. And the same for the claws up this end. It's quite surprising really, I feel, how fast models come together with just by simply adding base coats on, even without washes and highlights and everything. I feel that just adding those couple of colours really makes the model become its own. Alright, so there we go. That will be the progress for tonight, and that is all of the base colours done before we start highlighting. So already I think it actually looks really nice, and I cannot wait to get this guy finished off. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.